All right, item 2, Georgia Department of Natural Resources rate increase.
Mr. Mayor, this is an item that we talked about in our utility committee meeting. Last year, we entered into a 3-year contract with the Georgia Department of Natural Resources so that they would conduct our tests and everything for us. Part of that contract said that as, should their cost have to go up based on fuel or, price of chemical or whatnot, they would increase our charge. And that is what is done. And it has went up 10%, and what that translates to us is going to be $1,000 per year for the additional 2 years. And I'm going to make a motion that we go ahead and do this. I already spoke with Mr. Spear, and this will come out of our operating budget. It will not be passed down to our citizens.
I'll second that. When we renewed the contract last year, if you remember, it was so much less expensive than anybody else that we could do it with.
And it's still yet considerably less.
We have to have it done, though, because we have to prove it.
We do the majority of our testing in-house, but certain ones that it's not economical for us to do, therefore we have to contract them out. And the state offers that service. We checked with independent labs. They're still much higher than what the state allow, charges. It's still a good, it's still a good deal for the city to enter into that contract and to pay this additional $1,000 a year for the remaining 2 years of this contract.
Well, let's see, for everyone else's, they check for bacteria, and do they check for anything other than harmful stuff in the water that we take chlorine, and all that?
No, this is for bacteria.
Bacteria, okay. All right.
That, in addition to what we test for.
Right. And then they give you the report back too.
Yes.
All right, motion made and seconded. Any further questions? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Item 3, annual quality water report.
Mr. Mayor, this was the third and final item that we talked about in our utilities meeting. Just summing it up quickly, as our report was good. As usual, we received a good report. Jimmy, is there anything that you would like to say?
There's no violations, and this is something that's required by EPA and EPD annually to provide to all of our customers, due by July 1st, and we just want to present it to you prior to sending it out to all of our customers.
Okay. So, yes, we just need a motion to accept this water quality report.
And that was in the form of a motion that we accepted.
I'll second that.
Any further questions? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Motion carries. Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, before we go on to something else, at the back of this, it talks about water conservation tips. And, there's about 8 to 10 items on each of those for inside and outside. I didn't know, is there any way we can get this to people? I mean, I'm sure a lot of people know that, but I mean, is there any?
And it's on the report when we send it out.
Oh, it's on.
It'll be on the report when we
Okay.
send it out.
All right, I didn't know if this page was included in that.
Yes.
I got 2.
They get everything that you've been provided with. And that's the 6,900 customers.
Thank you. Item 4, franchise agreement, partner. And this may be the separate thing that you have here.
Mr. Mayor, that, I gave everybody a copy. It's the generic and it's blank. I hope to have the signed copy back from Mr. Parker, but it's the Parker Fibernet. They're out of Somerville, and they're the ones, they have a contract with the state, have a grant to install the fiber optics in Walker County. And they're getting, of course, in each city, they have to get a franchise agreement. This is a standard franchise agreement that GMA drew up for us. And unfortunately, when I went to print this thing off, there is an error in the page numbers there. It skips about 2 page numbers. Those pages are not missing, it's just misnumbered, and I did not catch that in time. But I'll correct that in the morning and ask that you approve it. It is 5% rate, just same as the cable company. And ask that you approve the franchise agreement at a 5% rate. And it's strictly for the use of the right of ways. If they decide, most of their work will be underground. If they decide to put anything overhead and attach the poles, there's a separate pole attachment agreement that we'll have to come back with. The same, just like the cable company.
Pretty much standard too.
Do you have any idea where they're running it?
To start with, they're going out to the medical facilities and all of the government buildings here, the library. It'll be available to us, of course there'll be a fee for it, but all the county offices, courthouse, everything.
Tie that in and then run it up the county, going to Chickamauga.
Well, they're tying into this backbone that's down the railroad.
Yeah, okay. What they put in.
They're coming off of Building down the street. And we'll come up and across and out to the medical facilities, and then turn and catch all of the government buildings here.
Okay.
Have you any idea what it's going to cost for an individual?
At this point, no. They are going to come back with a cost to each customer. They're working with one for us for our buildings.
Yeah. Of course, we've had this for about 20 years. Our county is one of the first to put in along the railroad tracks. Everybody, yeah, they're all tell us the fact. And we've been griping because they're getting money to put theirs in. We put it in. But anyway, this company in Summerville got a $20 million contract, so it must be pretty good to get that.
Well, it's a grant to do that as well, but the installation is covered under the grant. Where the fee will come in will be the monthly operational fees.
This thing will go all over the state up into out of bounds in the water. So this is the future, fiber optic. It'll tell you how much gas you used that day if you want to know, how much electricity you used that day if you want to know. It'll really, really be an informative thing. But I wanted to ask Mr. Dot if he could look at it and see from a legal standpoint if it looks okay.
Be happy to my knowledge. I mean, I don't know if Ron has reviewed it. I haven't, but sure, we'd be happy.
He's reviewed it before. When GMA did it for us, Ron reviewed it
Okay,
then.
thank you.
This is a standard agreement that we have.
That's a generic agreement.
So, well, I'd say
We just have to fill in the name.
probably need a motion to agree to this, subject to getting it signed by all parties.
And authorize them to give us sign.
I think it's great. I think we use the communication thing. Somebody needs to.
I'll make a motion. We have an agreement with our fiber optic.
I'm second. Okay, motion made second. Any further questions? All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Motion carries. All right. Item 5. Walker County Development Authority. Bill resigned from that last fall, and I want y'all to appoint me to that, so I'll submit my name to go in that, and we'll send them that.
I make a motion that we replace Bill Craig with Neil Florence to be the city representative on the Walker County Development Authority. It's the third Tuesday of every month.
First
Tuesday of every month.
I second that.
Oh, I see. I thought it was the third. I got it.
All those in favor, signify by raising. Motion carries. Thank you. Voting delegate for the GMA annual convention. Anybody going this year?
I think Wayne and Bill are going.
I'll make a motion, Wayne, do
Another way to take initiative.
You didn't let me finish.
You are finished.
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Any discussion on that? All in favor, signify by raising your hand. Motion carries.
Congratulations.
Item 7, Georgia municipal election ballot. And this has to do with in our area, who's running for what.
You got it. I didn't even notice.
I've been watching it.
It's been bothering you back there, hasn't it?
I didn't know if it was a tick or what.
You're impressed with your eyesight.
Good eye, good
I
eye.
know, I couldn't see it. What was it?
Some kind of little bug.
No tick. It's moving quick for a tick, wasn't it?
These would be Georgia Municipal Authority's district officers for this year. Slated to be President Diane Tate, Mayor Pro Tem of Cartersville, First Vice President Tyson Haynes, the Mayor of Chatsworth, Second Vice President Evie McNeese, the Mayor of Rome, Third Vice President William Bridges, Mayor of Tallapoosa. So I guess we just approve these.
I'll make a motion that we approve, that we are in favor of that slate of officers.
I'll do that job. Is there a second?
No, sir.
No motion made. All those in favor, signify by raising your hand. Motion carries. All right, the resolution from the Georgia Historic Preservation. And this is recognizing that the month of May 2011 will be Georgia Historic Preservation Month. So I guess we'll just have a motion to sign this resolution.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, signify by raising your hand. Motion carries. Thank you. All right. Item 9. Gardner, Wagner, Sumner, and Cannon services for the airport fencing.
Mr. Mayor, Ron had made some changes to the contract that has been sent back to Mark Counts for the park, and asked that you approve this, subject, including the changes that were made by the city attorney.
Okay. Okay, so we need to approve this contract or professional services agreement. It's $43,000.